and welcome to the new episode in the Placement Talk series. So today we have Priyal Agarwal with us, who was able to bag offers from SDE as well as BlackRock India. So today we'll gain insights about her journey. Hi Priyal, how are you?
Hi Akash, thank you for having me here. How are you?
I am great. So can you please briefly describe your journey in VIT exploring CS?
Yes. So when I entered college, it was a really overwhelming experience for me, because there are so many paths that you can take up, and of course, there's a plethora of opportunities that come your way. And I am a very exploratory person. I really like to delve into holistic development. So there were four clubs that I ended up being a part of. And the first one of which was IEEE Society, wherein I was also the general secretary. Then there was TEDx VIT Vellore. I was the associate event director there. I also established my own club, which is VID Stellar, and I served as its president. And then there was an NGO that I was part of, which was Make a Difference. So I think all these individual experiences in these four places really helped me grow as a person, be it technical skills or just a whole all-round development of managerial experience. I think I gained all of it via these four clubs and chapters.
Great. So can you please describe about the internship journeys that you have? I believe you intern at two companies, one at Virtusa and one more. So can you please describe your journey there?
So there was one internship that I got through college, which was at Virtusa. So I was working in the technology department there, and my vertical was web development. And quite naturally, it happened to be came to me very naturally, because web development was actually my area of focus among all the other technical skills that I was learning. So that internship was definitely very helpful in building that skill. And another internship that I did was at Oswald Consultants, which is a startup. I got it via a personal contact, because one of its founders is from VIT itself. And therein I was working as a project manager and a client relationship manager. So again, both of these experiences were very different, बहुत diverse experiences मिले मुझे दोनों जगह पे. And I think it really helped me in becoming who I am right now.
ग्रेट. सो आपने दो जगह इंटर्नशिप भी कर लिया, चार क्लब्स के पार्ट भी रहे. आप मतलब आप एक ओवरऑल डेवलपमेंट आपको मिला वीआईटीज में, बीट टेक्निकल बीट मैनेजरियल. So
Yes,
coming to the
definitely.
placements, how did all this experience help in your placements?
Experiences of working with clubs and internships have definitely added a lot of weightage to my resume also. And also I think काफ़ी professional skills are gained via these experiences, because there's a lot of communication skills involved that you learn in clubs and your internships. And my internship at Virtusa helped me develop a very strong CV, because Virtusa is a known brand. So that became a topic of discussion in most of my interviews. And again, since most of these were technology associated internships, I could understand in more depth web development as a whole domain and its application in industries. So overall, I think it really helped me in the placements.
Okay, great. तो आपको कौन कौन से कंपनीज में इंटरव्यू देने का चांस मिला था?
So before I got offers from BlackRock and HPE, I gave my interview for two more places, which one of which was Cloudera, and the other was Urjanet. So मैं दोनों के final and pre-final round तक गई थी, and after that, of course, it could not convert. So that's all. Yeah.
Okay. So coming to your story at HPE, तो HPE में कितने राउंड्स हुए? फर्स्ट आई बिलीव एक कोडिंग राउंड होगा, उसके बाद कितने राउंड्स ऑफ इंटरव्यूज थे?
Yeah, so there was one coding round plus aptitude, written round, whatever. And the second round was an interview round, which was a very generic interview. They asked me about DSA concepts, and they asked me a few coding questions and just general stuff from my CV. And then there was another round of interview, which was a little more in-depth DSA and coding. And then there was just the HR round. So in totality, there were 3 rounds of interview.
Okay, and after that you got the offer. And
Yeah.
अब और अब ब्लैक रॉक में कितने राउंड्स ऑफ इंटरव्यूज हुए और कैसे कैसे हुए?
Yeah, so even for BlackRock, we had one written round. It did not have any coding. It was only aptitude in math, etc. It was a very time focused exam. And the next, I had 3 rounds of interview for BlackRock as well. It was on the same day. So मेरा एक के बाद एक चलते रहा था interview for that day. And again, in the first round, again they asked me coding questions, general, since it was a more finance focused role. So they also asked me questions from finance, and then generic personality questions, managerial questions, etc. And the second round was also, they asked me a lot of coding questions. They gave me very real time situations and asked me to code it. And then again, very finance and very open ended questions in the second round. And my final round was an HR round.
Okay. तो जो कोडिंग क्वेश्चंस थे वे दे ऑफ डायनामिक प्रोग्रामिंग, ट्रीज, लिंक्ड लिस्ट, एरेज, कौन से कॉन्सेप्ट्स आपको टेस्ट किया गया?
So in my first round, the coding question was mathematical concepts. It was not about any data structure or any particular concept in CP. And in my second round, they they gave me a question which required me to use more than one data structure. So it was from stacks, like you could solve it using stacks, and also you could use any other data structure of your choice. So not any particular concept ki greedy algorithm use karo ya kuch waisa, but basically data structure questions.
Okay. तो एक और क्वेश्चन था, like you HP also comes under the super dream category and BlackRock also comes under the super dream category. So how were you able to select amongst the two companies? Like VIT has a policy that if you get into super dream, you can't sit for further placement.
Yeah.
So,
So for me, so what happened for me, as I mentioned, for me, the process for both these companies happened on the same day. And the results also came out the same day for both of the companies. So if that situation arises, your name comes in both the lists and you're given a choice. So you can pick any of them. So I got a call from VIT post that कि तुम्हें कौन सा company choose करना है.
okay, and your choice was?
I ended up choosing BlackRock.
Okay, great. So, any advice that you may have for the juniors of preparing for placement?
I think the biggest advice that I can give anyone from my personal experience is be consistent, because I don't think both either competitive programming or any skill development, you can't do it in a few weeks or a few months. You require years to develop that. And also, I'd say that go for a more holistic approach when you're in campus, or अभी तो ऑनलाइन चल रहा है, so even then go for a more holistic approach. Don't just focus on building one skill. Go explore, learn more things.
Great. So, coming to the controversial question, what do you think helped you the most during the placements? Your outgoing profile as a management positions in the club, or the development works, the projects that you had done, or the competitive programming that you had done?
Now there is no one straight formula that you can apply, because different companies have different criterias. But I can, from my experience, I can tell you how you can demarcate. So when you are sitting for any company, the first round is usually the coding round. For that, you will need a good grasp on your competitive programming. So that goes without saying कि competitive programming तो करना ही है. So use lead code, use geeks for geeks, use anything like that and learn. And coming to developmental skills, I think that will happen only out of personal choice. Don't do it because placements hai, because you'll not be able to learn it if you do it that way, I think. And of course it helps on your resume, because then that becomes a topic of conversation in your interviews. So it takes a little bit of your time there. And management positions, I'd say, does not really help as much. Maybe it's something that's often overlooked in SDE profiles specifically, because they don't care. They just care about how you've come about in your development or your competitive programming journey. So, but there are different companies. For example, BlackRock may, I think it played a role, because that was not completely an SDE role. It was fintech. So there, I think it played a little bit of role.
Okay, great. So, congratulations and I think you'll be joining BlackRock as an intern the coming week.
Yeah,
So
I'll
all
be
the best.
joining. Yeah. Thank you.
All the
Thank you so
best.
much. Thank you.
Thank you for being with us and giving us your time. तो ये रही प्रियल अग्रवाल की जर्नी इनटू एचपी एंड ब्लैक रॉक. बने रहे हमारे साथ फॉर मोर सच स्टोरी, एंड तब तक के लिए दुआओं में याद रखें.